Chapter 4 Flowers, verse 44. Who will overcome this earth? Who will overcome this plain of misery? Who will overcome this world with its gods? Who will realize well-taught words of Dhamma as an expert garland maker selects beautiful flowers?
Verse 45. The trainee in the Dhammapada will overcome this earth. He will overcome the plain of misery. He will overcome this world with its gods. The trainee will realize the well-taught words of Dhamma as an expert garland maker selects beautiful flowers.
Verse 46. Understanding that this body is fragile like foam, realizing life's mirage-like nature, cutting off Mara's flowers of defilements, go beyond the sight of Mara.
Verse 47. The person obsessed by sense pleasures chases after them as a garland maker searches for flowers. Mara carries away that person to the plain of misery, like a great flood sweeps away a sleeping village.
Verse 48. The person obsessed by sense pleasures chases after them as a garland maker searches for flowers. Although he has not fully satisfied himself with sense pleasures, Mara brings him under his control.
Verse 49. As a bee gathers nectar from the flower and flies away without harming the flower's beauty or its fragrance, just so the sage goes on his alms round in the village.
Verse 50. Do not consider what is false in what others say or what they have or have not done. Consider instead what you have or have not done.
Verse 51. A beautiful flower that is colorful but without fragrance is not perfect. In the same way, the well-spoken words of the Buddha becomes fruitless for the person who does not practice them.
Verse 52. A beautiful flower that is colorful and also fragrant is perfect. In the same way, well-spoken words of the Buddha become fruitful for the person who practices them.
Verse 53. As an expert garland maker makes many garlands from a heap of flowers, you who obtain the human life should do many wholesome deeds.
Verse 54. The scent of flowers do not go against the wind. The scent of sandalwood, jasmine, and rosebay does not go against the wind, but the scent of a grateful person does travel against the wind. The scent of his virtues spreads in all directions.
Verse 55. Of all the fragrances, sandalwood, rosebay, water lily, and jasmine, the fragrance of virtue is the sweetest.
Verse 56. Slight is the scent of rosebay or sandalwood, but the scent of the virtuous is supreme, drifting even to heaven.
Verse 57. The liberated ones are virtuous and practice the Dhamma diligently. They are freed from suffering by the realization of the noble truths. Mara never finds the path by which they are liberated.
Verse 58. In the roadside ditch, in a heap of rubbish, blooms a lotus, sweet-smelling and pleasing to the eyes.
Verse 59. In the same way, among the rubbish heap of unaware ordinary people, the disciple of the Supreme Buddha shines brightly with wisdom.